military you served in?
Eugene Frederick Zimmerman. Well,
Navy.
And what division did you serve in?
U.S. Navy. Navy.
33rd, I think.
33rd Fleet in the Navy.
In the Navy?
Yeah.
What was it about the Navy that why did you choose that branch over, say the Marines or the Army?
I didn't have a choice.
Can you explain that a little bit? Why do you say you didn't have a choice?
Did they tell you which were you drafted?
I don't know, but you were like old to go into the military. You were like a little over 30, and he has a college degree, and they needed officers. So he went to Fort Schuyler, New York, and 90-day wonders they called them.
Yeah.
Do I look like a 90-day wonder?
Best I can tell. What was officer school like?
Huh?
What was the officer school like in New York when you became a 90-day wonder? What did you do there?
Soaked up all the education we could get.
You took a lot of classes. You took a lot of classes at Fort Schuyler.
Yeah, at Fort Schuyler, a lot of classes.
What was a typical day at Fort Schuyler like?
Well, if there weren't any girls around, we...
Bummer. That's a shame. I mean, you seem like a handsome man back in the day. That must have been a real drag for you.
No answer.
Now, I have on here that you were commissioned. Is that just, what exactly does that mean?
It means I'm a commissioned officer, which enjoyed a better status.
Again, going back here, it says that you have a rhyme about the Navy. Can I ask you about that?
Oh, what?
A rhyme? You made up a jingle about the Navy. Is that true?
I went to see you.
Oh, I think you joined the Navy to sea, but the sea saw me. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
I
think so.
I don't know what it is.
Once you were in the service, where did you go exactly?
We went to Fort Schuyler, and when you were through at Fort Schuyler, they sent you to San Francisco, and you waited in San Francisco until the boat came and got you and took you to New Guinea,
Yeah.
Manila, in the Philippines.
And that was a long, long time ago.
I can imagine.
Australia, Brisbane, Australia. Also.
What was your company like? The people that you served with?
Your fleet?
Who did I serve with?
Yeah. Were there anybody that you became particularly close with?
Not really, but there's Joey Hughes. He was our chief commissary steward. He's quite a guy.
Yeah. What was he like?
Human.
Yeah. Good.
You were the mess officer for an officer's mess.
I was the mess officer, mess. And I got the first choice of the food.
Yeah?
Well, and so what Joey did was, you ordered the food, and he went out and got the food. Like in the Philippines,
Yeah.
he went out and got the food locally. It wasn't like shipped in through the military.
Oh.
And so it was very good food for the officers.
Local food, yeah.
There's my old buddy Joey.
So you officers were eating pretty good then?
Well, we ate pretty good all the time.
Yeah?
That's why it's good to be an officer, because they got the choice of the better food.
Sounds like a pretty good deal to me. Now, to be an officer, you had to go to school. Where did you go to school?
Fort Schuyler, New York.
Where did you go to college?
Where did you go to college?
Bradley University.
Oh, in Peoria.
Peoria, Illinois.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard of it?
Oh, yeah. I have,
Have you really?
yes.
Are you kidding me?
No, my cousin plays golf there.
What year did you graduate from Bradley, Dad? I think it was 1932. Does that sound right? Yeah. It was 1932.
It's been so long ago, boy, I'm telling you, you're really going back years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, don't ask me how high is up, because I don't know.
Well, let me ask you, how high is up?
Twice the distance of halfway.
Did you tell him how old you are? Did you tell him? Don't tell him? Do you know?
I didn't tell the answer.
Do you know how old he is?
Oh, I think I do know how,
Oh.
I think I know your age. I think you're 101. I get it? Because the fellow that interviewed you, Dwayne, do you know Dwayne Preston? Did you meet Dwayne?
Yeah,
You got an interview. He said that you were going to be a great guy to interview. I'm not sure, why did he say that? He said you were going to be a great interview. Well, I think to be 101 years old deserves something right there.
Sure.
My mom just turned 92.
Wow. She's doing well?
She's doing well. My mom actually writes a column for a newspaper.
Where's that?
Over in Indiana.
That's great.
So,
These are excellent pictures, Eugene.
Hmm.
You're quite the photographer.
yeah, why don't we talk about some
Yeah.
of the pictures?
Yeah. Can you look? Yeah. Can you just tell me about these buildings right here?
What?
Is there anything in there that's a good story
Yeah.
that you'd like to hear?
Well, I'll tell you, first of all, we lived what they call a Quonset hut. See, that's the Quonset hut.
There's a better picture of the Quonset huts here. Here they are.
Oh.
Here's the Quonset huts.
Okay.
Those were metal, weren't they? Metal buildings?
Middle.
So what did it sound like when it rained really hard?
Bing, bing, bing,
Yeah,
bing,
you know,
bing.
Yeah, that would be weird living in an all metal roof. Because you didn't have insulation or anything like that.
Okay, you remember what that was right there, Dad?
Hmm.
What was that?
Oh, bomb shelters.
Oh, bomb
In
shelter.
case the Japs got close to us or shooting for us, we ducked inside those.
Did you ever have to use one for real?
No, because
Okay.
we had enough protection. We saw them coming, so we let them have it.
All right.
Bing, 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 bing.
I,
I have a question. How deep did you have to, how deep were those shelters, those bunkers you had to get down?
Here's a picture of one right here.
About 10 feet underground?
Well, it just
No,
showed the-
we were above ground.
Okay.
We were above ground.
Were the shelters above ground or were they?
Yeah,
Oh, they were.
above ground.
Oh, that one picture looked like you needed to go down into that hole. This was him and this was his staff,
Oh.
the officer's mess.
oh,
And
okay.
that was in the Philippines. Right, Dad?
Right.
That was your staff.
Yeah, it's my old buddies. These are all Filipinos. Most of them are Filipinos. Good guys.
What were the locals like? What were the Filipinos like?
What?
You said they were good guys, the locals?
Yeah,
Yeah?
just normal people.
Yeah? They were pretty hospitable towards the Navy?
Well, I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
There's a fish market. Your chief commissary steward, he used to go out and, what all did he buy? What all did he buy for it? What kind of food did he buy? He bought some fresh produce and fish, is that right?
Yeah.
Here was a menu for
Yeah,
the
that's my
officers' club.
old buddies there. My old buddies.
Christmas dinner.
Oh boy, I'm afraid to touch this.
What's the date? Is there a date?
1944, Christmas.
Christmas 1944.
Mhm.
That was before I was born. I was born in 1948. I was born in 1948, so that was 74 months.
Yep.
Well, let's see, you had.
There's cigars on the menu. You don't see that
That's
anymore.
all history
I
now.
thought that was good.
See if you can remember this. Cream tomato soup, salted crackers, stuffed olives, roasted young tom turkey.
That was our Christmas dinner.
Yeah. Giblet gravy, cranberry sauce. And then down here it says Victory Garden Salad. And then
That's because of our victory, you know, because we beat the enemy,
Okay.
beat the hell out of them.
Yeah. And then at the bottom it says old-fashioned mince pie. And then it also says coffee and cigars. Down
For those who wanted to smoke, but I didn't smoke.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's why you're still here.
That's probably right.
You might say that.
I've never seen cigars on a
Yeah,
menu
yeah,
before.
I mean, I thought that was really good.
That's kind of unusual to see that.
Boy, you're bringing back old memories. I was there.
You were there.
Here's the market where they used to go and shop for food.
We killed the Japs.
Yeah. You have any questions about those markets or any of those pictures? Pictures are worth a
Yeah,
$40,000
I think it's just so cool to see these pictures of these markets.
See those markets, see where they have all the bananas, and it's like a big farmer's market, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what it makes me think of, like the farmer's market.
Yeah, yeah. So Joey would go there and purchase the food.
Yeah, he was my chief commissary steward, if you know what that means.
No, why don't you explain that a little bit?
Ask her.
What-
Joey.
Did you do the ordering of the food?
Yes.
Okay, and then he went and picked it up. And how did he transport it back to you?
2 wheels. No.
You got him a truck, didn't you?
Huh?
Didn't you get him a truck so he could bring all the food back?
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to have a truck, I think.
Yeah. Here,
Yeah, those old memories.
who's this right here?
That's my sister Frances. She was stationed nearby.
Your sister?
She was a whack.
Is that right?
So you were stationed close by to your sister?
Yeah.
Oh, that must have been nice, you know,
Very nice.
on holidays and stuff like that. You're not too far away from your family, at least one member of it.
There's a Jeep in that. Did she drive that Jeep? You got a Jeep in that picture.
Yeah, these are the Jeeps.
Did she drive that Jeep?
Now here is, that's my sister.
Did
And
she
me.
drive the Jeep over when she came over to see you?
Well, man, I don't remember.
But she was happy to come see you because you gave her some of that really good food.
Ah.
And she'd bring her
Boy,
friends.
they knew where to eat good.
Yeah?
I was the chief commissary steward, if you know what that means.
You were the mess officer.
Yeah,
No,
You're the
mess
mess
officer.
mess officer.
But
So you were the guy to know if you wanted to eat good.
we ate very good. Boy, that really brings back memories. A long, long time ago, when John and Jenny come from sunny Italy to try to make the dough. Joe, he go away, John, he stay. And when they met the other day, guess what they say?
What's that?
Hello, John. Hello, Joe.
Here's a picture of the mess hall. There's a picture of the mess hall there.
Oh, boy, that brings back the old memories. Yeah. Well, we stopped the Japs. That's right.
That's for sure.
When you just loved poetry, you had to learn a lot of poetry in school. You
Oh,
still
yeah.
say a lot of poetry.
When I went to high school in Roanoke, yeah, we learned a lot of poetry.
You remember several of them. One of my favorites was At the End of the Day. How does that one go?
Which one?
At the end of the day, something about the sunset.
When you come to the end of the day and your thoughts all go astray, do you ever watch the setting sun? and think of things that you might have done? Do you? That's all.
That's very deep. I like that.
Who wrote that? Do you remember who wrote it?
Uncle, he's the guy that sat on a boxcar and his feet touched the ground. Laugh. Longfellow.
Longfellow.
I like that.
So, what did you study when you were at Bradley? When you were at Bradley?
Well, I took the general course
Yeah.
at Bradley well, that was called the Bradley Polytechnic Institute. It was the name of that college.
That was the first name of
And
it.
I had very good grades. Because I think I had a few smarts.
I think you did. I think
So you were pretty old when you went to officer school. What did you do from the time that you graduated college until you went to New York for officer school?
Well, we went there immediately, or soon after.
You worked at Althofer Brothers. You know Althofer Brothers in Peoria?
No.
It was ABC. Althofer Brothers, they made washing machines. You worked in the office there.
Yeah.
You got married. You had a baby.
I get married.
Yeah, you married Helen Rapp.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And then you went to the officers training. But I don't know how it came about that you went to the officers training. I don't know if you had to go or what. I don't know the
Oh,
circumstances.
no, it was volunteer.
Well, you voluntarily went.
Yeah,
Oh.
because I knew you'd get a good deal if you would volunteer for that.
Because
You might as well eat high off the hog if the hog is dead.
if you didn't volunteer, then
Well-
did you get drafted?
Yeah, if you got drafted, then you had to do whatever they told you to do at that point.
Okay, that explains that then.
But you avoided the draft, but
that
you went ahead
brings-
and joined, so you didn't have to fool about the draft.
Sure brings back memories from years and years ago.
You also managed an Elks Club, so you had restaurant experience, which is one reason that they put in the mess hall.
Oh, and you had a question, did you, about a club?
Oh yeah, I can't. The guy who gave me this list of information about you, I can't read his handwriting. You worked at some sort of club in Peoria?
Oh, University Club.
University
Oh, okay.
Club.
That's what that says.
Okay.
It says University Club.
Okay. It doesn't look like. I'll show you. I have it underlined right by my thumb. That
You know, we have-
I don't know how that made out. I don't know how that's university.
I guess it had something to do with Bradley
University
Maybe
Club.
they started it, or
Oh.
That's
I'm
where
not
I
sure.
worked.
Or if it was.
Was that because it was Bradley University Club?
How did the University Club get its name, Dad?
Huh?
How did the University Club get its name? Why did they call it the University Club? Did it have something to do with Bradley University?
You know, tell you the truth, I don't know.
Okay.
If it was right there in Peoria, maybe that was the reason.
Yeah,
Since it's right there.
yeah, yeah. Then you were manager of the Elks Club there.
Huh?
Then you were manager of the Elks Club.
Esteemed leading knights. Get it?
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Elk
supposed
Club.
to be a
Okay.
The Elks.
Okay.
I didn't know that's what ELK, esteemed,
Leading knights.
leading
Yeah.
knights.
Yep.
I've never heard that before.
Stick around, stick around.
I hope I can stick around as
No,
long
I
as
mean,
you have.
I was always eager to learn. I was always eager to learn, to know.
You sound like you were very.
And
You first went to Mid-State
Boy.
College.
I'm not.
Oh, yeah, are you sure? Did you say you were from Peoria?
My family. I have family there.
Oh,
Is
okay.
Mid-State in Peoria
Yeah.
also?
Mhm.
Okay, that's a small, is that a smaller college?
Yeah, it's like a 2-year business
Okay,
school.
I know.
Mhm. And when he went to school there, then they said, you really think you should go to Bradley University? And so that's why he went there.
so I got an education.
You worked your way through completely by yourself.
Yep. I had to do this. Laugh.
Wow.
So when you think of your time in the Philippines, what's something that comes to mind? You just keep talking about all these memories that you have. What's one of those memories?
In the Philippines,
Yeah.
I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah. Just beating the Japs.
We had the Japs down there. Well, and we went after them too. And you know, in a way, that was not fair. But we beat the Japs.
You said it was not
Yeah.
fair? It was not fair?
Why do you say it wasn't fair?
Well, to beat the Japs.
Why wasn't it fair, Dad? Why wasn't it fair?
Ich weiß nicht. You know what I said?
Ja, ich spreche Sie Deutsch.
Oh, sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Ich spreche in die Schule, es ist nicht sehr gut.
He doesn't speak it very good.
Ich studierte 3 Jahre, aber ich vergaß es.
Ja. Mir auch.
Can you speak German fairly well?
Nein.
10.
How many children were in your family? You're one of how many children?
11. Well, there was Dave. I'll forget it.
Too many to remember.
11 children.
You have any sisters?
Oh, yeah.
How many sisters do you have?
Elsie and Emma
Francis.
and
Francis?
Francis.
Yeah. Who was the oldest one? Julia.
Jude is the oldest one.
It was a strict German family.
Yeah.
What did your dad do?
He had a meat market.
So you come from a long line of running food services and running restaurants.
Well, you can say that. You could say that, but actually, Dad had a meat market, and I had to go down and slice the luncheon meats every morning.
Before you went to
And when he said slice them, you sliced them.
Yeah.
No back talk. Very strict.
Then you went to school.
College.
Well, I mean, every morning in high school, he went down and worked at the shop. Then you went to high school.
Yeah.
Now, what about brothers?
Huh?
You had some brothers also? You had some brothers?
Dave and Edward, Sam and Andy, Eugene, Robert, and Raymond.
Okay, now, did they also serve in the Navy, or did they go to the...
Not really.
No? Okay.
Not really.
Just one sister that was in the army.
Oh,
The one that you were talking about.
okay.
Which sister?
Frances, she was a whack. Isn't that right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think did you guys know what whack is?
Why don't you explain to us what a WAC is?
What does WAC stand for?
It's Women's Army Corps.
Oh, okay.
What else you want to know?
Talk more about the Elk Club.
Esteemed leading knight.
Okay, well, what was it?
Well, it was a social club in Peoria.
Okay. What did you do after the war?
Was the war ever over?
You decided,
Boy, you're taking me way, way back.
you decided you were tired of sitting behind the desk. And so you decided you wanted a job where you traveled. You were a salesman for Ely and Walker, sold wholesale clothing to retail stores. Traveled around the line.
Boy, you're really dusting off the old ones now.
You enjoyed traveling, didn't you?
Well, basically, yes.
And you joined the shrine, you were a Shriner. You were the parade coordinator at Central Illinois.
Oh.
Yeah.
No way.
I'm a Shriner.
Yeah?
Did you have a shrine hat? Shriner's hat?
Fez.
The cap, yeah.
Yeah.
Fez. You call it Fez?
No.
F-E-Z, Fez.
Fez,
That's
yeah,
what they're
Fez.
called, yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah, Fez. Those red caps are called Fez.
They call it Fez. F-E-Z.
F-E-Z.
And you wrote an article for the Shrine paper? You used to write an article for the Shrine paper every month?
Yep. So not only was I cook and a baker, but I was what was I?
You're a journalist.
I think I was a
Sailor.
candlestick maker.
I don't think so.
Now, I have a question about the Shriners. Shriners would have parades, and Shriners would always ride around in little cars and things in the parade.
Yes, yeah, we had a unit that had the car, little cars.
That's what I remember about the Shriners in the parade. They always had these cars and little, whatever, some kind of vehicles that would drive around.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you're dusting off the old one, brother.
Well, there were like many units.
Yeah.
And one unit that you were in was called, what, you know, when you wore the red jacket and the gold pants? What unit did you march in the shrine? What was that called? Legion of Honor.
Legion of Honor.
So you marched, and it was other Shriners that were military veterans.
And we had a red fez, the cap we wore.
And who carried the American flag in that unit when you marched in the parade? That's what I thought.
You did? All right.
That was hard to do, especially on a windy day, wasn't it?
We let the wind blow. Boy, you're dusting off the old ones, brother.
Yeah.
You're really dusting off the old. That's many, many years ago.
Yeah, well, we want to gain just a sense of your perspective of, not only World War II, but what it was like back then. I think it's really neat to talk to you.
It's good for these younger guys to know what that was like. It's different now. That's why they like these stories.
Your class, your high school class went on a field trip from Roanoke over to Metamora, Illinois, and you got to drive your dad's Model T. And what did you do after the field trip?
Go to hell.
And why? What happened? What happened that made that happen? What did you do with the Model T car?
We didn't go home. We didn't go back home right away.
Where did you go?
Well, I forget.
Yeah, I think you drove all the kids to Peoria and had a fun afternoon after the field trip instead of going back home.
There you go. You're dusting off the old ones, boy. You're dusting off the old ones.
Well, now, see, that sounds a little bit like what some of these guys might do. That sounds like something they would do. These young college guys.
You used to go sledding down a hill in Roanoke with your brothers. You used to play
Yeah,
with
we
your brothers,
used
Sam?
to coast down that hill, but then you come to a narrow spot, and I often thought, boy, if you didn't hit that spot, you'd be a goner. But it was real narrow.
One time you had an argument with your brother Sam, and you threw some coal at him.
Huh?
One time you had an argument with your brother Sam outside the kitchen window, and you threw a lump of coal at him.
And just what happened to that tulip of coal in the window. Wham, wham, wham.
He missed his brother.
No, but he
Teased
teased me all the time. Teased me all the
And
time.
you had about enough of it, huh?
And it gets to a point,
You need to throw some coal at him.
Did he ever wrap up that piece of coal and give it to you as a present?
Oh.
no, not yet.
Well, Eugene, thank you so much for your time. Unless you want to add anything that you want to say about the war or just about your experience, is there anything?
Well, not really.
You were fortunate that you didn't have
It's
to
just one of those things you want to forget. The war's over, it's done. and the Japs got bashed, and we won. The Japanese.
All right. Well, thanks for doing this. I really appreciate it.
That'll cost you $10.
I must have left my wallet in my other pants.
I want to shake hands with you. Thank you, Eugene.
Thank you.
Appreciate your help.